ورد صوتي مسموع
أيوة مسموع كتير واضح.
والسلايدات مبينة.
Yes, sure.
تمام.
Okay, so we will wait until everyone come in.
I think we can wait for 2 more minutes and then start.
Yes, yes. Let's
Okay.
wait.
Okay, I think we can start now, so we're not late for the main room. So, hello everyone. I am Fakhri Jayusi. I'm going to be your presenter today. We also have my lovely colleague Ward with us today. She's going to be our moderator for this meeting. We are very honored to be part of today's schedule and part of this inclusive, amazing program. We are also very happy to be amongst this amazing group of young individuals whom are creative and thoughtful. Today, we are going to exchange ideas and talk about them and discuss them. So please feel free to ask any questions, put them on the chat box. we are going to have a Q&A section at the end of the presentation. So please, any question you have, just put it in the chat box. Now, for our agenda, we're going to first talk about some country background, then Jadal, our debate team, who are we? After that, we're going to focus on the debate club's challenge, and finally, we're going to have our Q&A. Now, as for our country background, we are from the one and only Palestine. As you can see here, we have to the left the Palestinian map, and on the right, the Palestinian flag. Rich in history, culture, and tradition, and it holds treasures of great importance for three major religions in the world: Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. The landscape has seen a dynamic history, and the Palestinian people are known for their hospitality, cultural traditions, and warm welcoming of visitors. In these pictures, you can see some female traditional costumes. Each costume represents a certain area in Palestine. And to the right, you can see the Palestinian kufiya, which is the traditional male scarf in Palestine. As you can see, we are wearing the Palestinian kufiya. Tourism in Palestine. Palestine is, as we said, is very rich in history. So tourism resembles a large part of the Palestinian economy, since we have many beautiful historical and natural sites. So we hope to see you all in Palestine one day. And if you do come to Palestine, just give us a call. Olive trees. For many centuries, olives have been a central part of the Palestinian life, culture, and tradition. With over 45% of land in the country dedicated only for olive trees, it is no surprise that they are highly treasured aspects of the Palestinian identity. Also, we have a lot of floral life in Palestine. We can see many different types of beautiful white flowers popping into existence mostly in April and May. For example, we have irises, jonquils, and wild poppies. We also, here we can see some pictures of the Dead Sea, which is Earth's lowest natural point of elevation, which is also found in Palestine. Here we have some pictures of some Palestinian cities: Jerusalem, Haifa, Hebron, Jaffa, and Nablus. Now, Nablus brings us to Jadal. Jadal is our debate team. Jadal was established in 2019 with 15 members. It was established as a program in Hamdi Manko Cultural Center, supervised by Nablus Municipality. These two entities helped us a lot during our journey and pushed us forward. What does Jadal mean? Jadal is actually an Arabic word that means argument or dialogue. So we took this word, thought we are doing debates. We want to change ideas. We want to exchange opinions. So what can explain or demonstrate what we are doing? So we chose the word Jadal, that means argument or dialogue. Our journey, as I mentioned earlier, we are now 15 members in Jadal. We all were part of the YMV program, and we participated in the 2019 national competition in Jericho. And actually, one of our team members won the championship and the Best Speaker Award. After this experience, you can say we got addicted to debates, and we wanted to expand our knowledge and share our experiences with other Palestinian youth. So we thought, what can we do? So we decided to open a youth-oriented Palestinian debate club, and we started our journey in Jadal. Now, as for our vision and mission, our vision in Jadal is to establish a youth-oriented debate club, enabling the youth to better understand the current issues and come up with creative solutions and feasible solutions for these issues. We mainly aim to provide a safe and nourishing environment for the Palestinian youth that is not related in any way to any political or economical agendas, where the youth can exchange ideas and opinions and discuss them in the positive and productive methodologies. As for our activities, although we haven't had much time since our beginning, yet we were able to conduct several activities, several actually fruitful and successful activities, as we can see in some of these pictures. For example, we held a public debate about obstruction removal campaign in Nablus city. We brought people from the municipality and people representing the local community, and we had a heated debate actually, and came out with a policy paper that was sent to the Nablus municipality. Also, we participated in the Arabic Debate Championship held in Tunis, and we won the first place in that championship. Moreover, we had a friendly debate with our colleagues in Bir Zayt University Sultana Debate Club. It was a fruitful experience and we learned from it. We have many different other activities. What is next? Jadal, as we said, is a debate club. It's not for Fakhri, Ward, it's for all the Palestinian youth. So the next step is continuing our journey, expanding our experiences, sharing it with other Palestinian youth, and hopefully building a strong generation that can bring a positive change in the future. As for our social media, of course, you can see all the mentioned details earlier on our social media platforms. I am very proud of our Facebook and Instagram pages. As you can see, we have a lot of audience interaction on our social media pages. We have posted many interactive posts asking Palestinian youth and individuals about their opinions. Here are two examples. On the right, you can see a post about Israeli occupation violations on the water and the Palestinian water sector. And to the left, you can see a post about asking Tawjih students who finished their high school period, asking them about what do they want to go and study in the university and which majors and why. Each of these posts had a lot of interaction, comments, likes, people discussing different topics and reaching realizations that were not very obvious for them, which is very amazing. You can see, find us on Facebook with under this name, Jadal Club, Jadal Debate Club. Please give us a like, that would be amazing. Now let's go for the good stuff. Debate Club's challenge. Our subject was, or our saying for the debate, this house believes that the local community exaggerates in the criticism of the Palestinian telecommunication company Paltel. You might think, why did we choose this subject? We chose this subject because it is a big issue talked about in the Palestinian media. And it is mainly caused by the misunderstandings between the company and the users. We can see that there is a mistrust now between the Paltel, the Palestinian telecommunication company, and the regular consumer. Some people may think that Paltel actually conducts a monopoly because it's the only company for telecommunications in Palestine. And so since we saw that there is misunderstandings and issues in communicating between the regular consumer and the company itself, we felt it was our duty to facilitate or use the art of debate and modern communication to help increase the understanding of the actual issue. Now, how did we conduct our idea, or how did we come up with it? First, we had the preparation phase. The preparation phase had three parts. One, investigation team. The investigation team had to gather data about Paltel from Paltel itself by conducting meetings with them or by visiting entities that was responsible for gathering data about Paltel and the telecommunication sector in Palestine. Secondly, we had to collect the data from social media. Using social media platforms, either Instagram or Facebook, we gathered local community opinions and spread surveys on normal people from the community and got their opinions and analyzed it. Also, we had periodical meetings inside of the team to discuss our progress and what to do next. Now for the implementation and outcome. We thought we should come out with a smart idea, creative idea that would be eye-catching and easy to understand. Not all of the people of the community would watch a 1-hour debate and focus in it. So we thought about making a methodology to have 3 short videos, each video containing the opposition and the government side, each side having 3 minutes to give their arguments. And by this way, we were able to reach a very large sector of the society The videos got almost 15,000 views collectively, and we had hundreds of comments and likes. During the data collection phase, we were very unbiased and collected the most accurate available data, and this led to reasonable arguments that made people believe that we are unbiased and take by what we are saying. This is an example of the videos we made. We are very sorry that we couldn't put subtitles on it, but the main idea is what I said. This is the third speech for each of the government and opposition side. Here you can see.
مرحبا، معكم المتحدثة الثالثة زينة عفوري من فريق الموالاة. أؤكد على ما جاء به زملائي من حجج سابقة، حيث أن شركة الاتصالات الفلسطينية بالتل لم تكن صاحبة القرار في معظم السياسات المنتقدة من قبل المجتمع المحلي، كما أن شركة الاتصالات الفلسطينية بالتل فرض عليها واقع اقتصادي صعب عدا عن وجود الاحتلال الإسرائيلي الذي يؤثر على أدائها وسياساتها كشركة. وعلى الرغم من كل ذلك فالبصمة التنموية واضحة وضوح الشمس. أما فيما يخص حجتنا الرابعة فمنطوقها
توفير البنية الخدماتية والتحتية من مراكز تدريب وتأهيل. وبما أن شركة بالتل من أهم الشركات في فلسطين، فنحن نرى أن مساهماتها في الخدمة المجتمعية لا تتناسب مع أرباحها السنوية، حيث أنها لا تتماشى حتى مع حاجة المجتمع ولا قطاع الرعاية.
Such a simple idea gave us a lot of interaction and outreach, because people want something simple to understand and be able to relate to. And this is we had a lot of issues going through the process of making these videos. For example, some companies, Baltel for example, wasn't very cooperative, so we had to keep nagging on them, going back and forth to collect data. We also we faced a lot of misunderstanding and not acceptance from the people, because people have a lot of misunderstanding. And a lot of people don't want to understand. So being able to break this like old ideas they have and convincing them to think unbiasedly was a challenge, but thankfully we were able to achieve it using such a creative methodology. Now for some of the general tips. I'm sure you are all great individuals and have a lot of tips to give us, and you probably use these tips, but just to confirm, first, not planning is planning to fail. Planning was an essential part of our job, because without having bold points known by every team member, we wouldn't be able to know what we are doing or where we are going. Secondly, teamwork and coordination. I am very proud to be part of Jadal team. We have 15 amazing individuals whom each single one of them worked hard to achieve this activity. Teamwork is very important, as I said. Put yourself between people who want to work and make positive change, and trust them. Also, putting the benefit of your country first. No initiative or program will be successful or very successful if you don't put the benefit of others as your goal. Having the benefit of your country and your community as your main goal will give you social acceptance and will give you inner strength to achieve your goals. Finally, thinking outside the box. The methodology we came out with, we would have never thought about if the COVID-19 pandemic wasn't occurring. So actually, and the idea we implemented turned out to be much better than regular debates, especially in reaching a bigger slice of the community. So thinking outside the box, don't give up, make lemonade out of lemons, and hopefully these tips, you will implement them and they will benefit you. That was my presentation. Now we'll go to the Q&A. I hope you had, I didn't see if you asked anything. I hope you had some questions. Please don't be shy to raise your hand and ask anything. Put anything you want in the chat box. And now I will leave you with my colleague Ward. She's going to be our moderator. Me and her are going to answer your questions. The floor is yours, Maya.
Ward. Okay.
Ward.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ward Amar. I'm a student. I study physics at Al-Najah National University, and I'm a member at Jadal Club. First of all, I want to thank Fakhri for his representation. Thank you, Fakhri. And I want to say we're so glad to have you all here. And also, we're so happy to answer your questions. So I will give 5 minutes for questions in the chat, and other 5 minutes if you want to open the mic and join us and ask any question or make any intervention. So I have a question here in the chat. Says, okay, from Rabab. Sahih, Rabab. She asked. Okay, hi, Rabab. She asks. Okay, first she says, a very interesting strategy. Thank you. And she asks, were the arguments presented based on the research and surveys, or was this separate? Okay. Actually, we met and discussed strategies for both government and opposition. And we agreed on arguments based on both research and surveys, which we used as evidence for every argument. So so every argument was as an answer for the previous argument. And we also took the public opinion and we put it in the arguments. We used both to make our arguments and speeches. I hope I answered you. Fakhri, if you want to add anything.
Can I add? Yes.
Yes, sure.
So, Rabab, I think basically the answer is yes. Our arguments were based on research and surveys because our debate wasn't to come up with new ideas. We wanted to see what is the actual case in the Palestinian street and in the Palestinian median, and take both sides of views, points of views, and facilitate their, like, let's say, dialogue. We were like a representative of Baltel and a representative of the Palestinian median, and we made it as a modernized and good communication between the two sides. So we didn't come up with like crazy arguments or put colonialism, neo-colonialism into the subject. It was very simple. It was based on the facts. And that is how the debate went. Thank you for your question.
Rabab, do you want to add anything else? I see you raise your hand.
No, thank you so much, Fakhri and Ward, for answering this. I really like the creativity of the idea because, as you said, Fakhri, one of the main problems that we were facing in like the cycle of activities was of the Young Mediterranean Voices program was that the public debates were too long. Sometimes people like join for half of the debate, so there was no full idea that's being gathered out of this debate. So having put the thoughts of people and the research that you have gathered into like several videos, I think this is a great strategy. So well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have another question from Carmen. She says, a great strategy indeed. Thank you, Carmen. For your experience, do you have any advice to those clubs? Try to involve or work with young people from disadvantaged neighborhoods, people who are not expected to go to the university. This is a part of our future plans, actually. We try to involve those students and those youth in our club in the future and give them debates, trainings, and exchanging meetings and discussion. Yes, Fakhri, do you want to add anything?
I will give almost the same answer. It's not a tip, it's what we do in Jadal. Jadal, whoever comes in, they are given the idea that this is not a debate club for people from Nablus. This is not a debate club for people who study engineering. This is a debate club, a social club for everyone. So if we put this idea and we are able to plant it in the minds of everyone in the society, This will increase the strength of the relationship between everyone. This will make us accept the differences and ideas from other people. So I think our small tip maybe or advice for other clubs or NGOs is increasing acceptance and respect between individuals. This can be made by doing public debates or by doing debates or let's say intellectual activities. Because when I see that the person in front of me, despite of his differences, social differences, economical differences, I don't care. But if we are able to exchange intellectual ideas or talk about the current situation in the country and how can we develop it, then you can find what's in common between those two individuals. So for disadvantaged neighborhoods, I think being able to like plant them in the rest of the society and destroying those differences and walls between different social levels. I think this is my tip for the NGOs and other clubs.
Thank you, Fakhri. I think we should go to the plenary room. Thank you all for your participation here, and we're so glad we have you all. And so you're welcome. Hello. Okay. Thank you, Sama. Thank you. So let's go to the plenary room. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Arjur. See you there. Thank you, Fakhri.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Hello. ما في أسئلة كان بس يلا ارجع فخري.